Hi. Today I want to talk to you about a book that somebody in the Wallet to Wealth group wrote to me. And she said that she just finished reading the book called Smart Women Finish Rich. So I'm just setting up my live here. I'm delayed because I'm doing this over Zoom. So it's without a guest speaker today. So I just wanted to talk. This will be a quick. I'm going to try to keep this to about 5 minutes. So I think it's really important, financial literacy, to understand a little bit of the basics, because in my practice, I generally get people coming with significant wealth, but it's important to understand that people that have significant wealth, they come to it because they start with the simple basic principles, and then they grow into this pot. So this book fascinated me, called Smart Women Finish Rich, and I'm going to order it and read it. And it's written by David Bach, so it's not written by a female. It's written by a male. So it's written by a male for females, whatever. Anyhow, so I've taken six points from this. So I'm going to share with you what the 6 points are. So for me, when I was very young, I was always interested in finance, and I was always interested in becoming wealthy. And, I was just fascinated. How do people do that? And, how do I get to be like, my parents? And so I learned and read and studied, as much as I could. And then of course I went on and got all these designations. You can see part of them on the wall there. But anyhow, here are some 6 exercise tips that you can use that I pulled from this book, actually from YouTube. But that's not fair. I am going to get the book. So the first one is, and I totally agree with it, is that everyone makes enough money to get rich. Okay. So it depends. It's not so much how much you earn, it's how much you keep. So the first tip is know your monthly income, know what your net income is. So I talk a lot about the burn rate. So number one is know what your net monthly income is. What comes home into your household from your paycheck after you've already paid your taxes. The second tip is know how much money you spend each month. So, and once you know that, you can figure out what your cash flow is. So how you do that is you take the amount that you earn each month, and then you subtract off what you have to spend every month. And that number that you have at the end, that is your cash flow. That is the amount of money that you can work with. So if there's nothing there, then you need to go back and work on the budget a bit to see if you can extract a little bit of money. But whatever extra comes out, that's the number that you have to play with. And then the next thing you do is you take the 7-day financial challenge. And I'm telling you, I used to do this, and I did it for way more than 7 days. And that is to write down every single penny that you spend every single day. So in this book, they talk about only doing it for 7 days. But for me, I did it for, well, actually, I hate to tell you, but I'm still doing this. But I have more complicated software that I work with now, but this is simple. So you write down the money that you spend every single day. And if you want to use an app, there's an app called claritymoney.com. So I'll say that again, it is claritymoney.com. So you track all the money that you spend in a month. And the fourth point is start paying cash. And I know during COVID, it's a little bit of difficulty. Well, hey, we're not spending any money right now. But this is something that I use with clients over the past 25 years, is to, if you're having trouble with spending and credit cards and debit and stuff like that, take out how much money, that cash flow amount that you have, take it out and use it as cash. So just for example, if you only have $500 in the month, then you take that $500 out and you use that $500 to pay for whatever it is that you're buying. When you run out, you're out. That's it. So, and that that will really, you'll think about, there's a psychological thing about, yikes, I'm giving my money away versus just swiping a debit card. It's real easy to swipe a debit card, but it's really hard to get money out of my hands. And I think it's that way for a lot of people, is that we physically do not like giving our dollars away. The fifth tip is credit card haircut. Stop using those credit cards. When you use them, pay them every single month, and if you can't pay them every month, then you need to stop using them, because that's one of the ways that can really build a lot of difficulty for people. So budget out what you can afford. You've got that burn rate, you've got that cash flow that we worked with in point 2. So the credit cards will run you into trouble. And the sixth point, I love this, is never spend over $100 without thinking about it. So give yourself a 48-hour cooling off period before you buy anything, because many times you won't spend the money. So it's that there is a legal term, it's called the cooling off period. So give yourself anything that costs over $100, give yourself a 48-hour time period before you actually make that purchase. And I think what would be really neat is if some people actually did this, and then we come back, I'll do another live, and everyone can type in, or you can just come back and you can type in, because I know we'll have a lot of viewers afterwards. So let's just see here, got some, yes, okay, so somebody's asking about, I'm worried I won't know how to track spending anymore. Okay, so you've always managed them through your credit card. So the thing is now you're going to manage them through cash. So if you figure out, I am going to spend, and I know you happen to be on your own, so I'm going to spend 200 euros, let's say, on groceries, or 250 euros, whatever you're spending per month there in Europe. What you'll do is you'll take that money and put it into a drawer in your bedroom or your kitchen, whatever. I know you have 7 locks on your apartment, so nobody's going to get in there and rob it. And then just take the money that you need at that time. Basically what it is it's just to start a new habit. They say, I'm not sure if it's 30 days that it takes to start a new habit. So once you get into that new habit, then if you've got it set in stone, you can flip over to your credit card. So how I do mine, full disclosure here, here's how I run my household. I budget myself $1,000 a month on my Visa card, and another $600 on top of that. So $1,600. The 600 is for my dogs. That's for their dog food. So that literally goes into my budget. And then I have $1,000 for spending. So that would be getting my hair cut. It's not gas. My business expenses are somewhere else. This is just personal stuff. So if I buy something from Kimberly Bertrand, let's say, because I buy some of her Neora products, that comes out of my $1,000 a month budget. Now, if something blows, like that happened this year, I lost 3 pieces of pool equipment, and that cost me $5,000. That doesn't come out of my Visa budget. I have another budget. So let's not get complicated, because I have a lot of things that go on in my life, but this is just to keep it really simple. So just to quickly review the 6 points from this book is that everyone makes enough money to get rich. Estimate how much you spend each month, and then take that number from your income to get the net. So subtract what you spend from what you bring in, and that will give you your cash flow amount. So then you'll know your actual cash flow amount. And then take the 7-day challenge, where every single day you write down what it is that you've spent. So you'll have an itemized report of everywhere you've spent your money. It was really great, because you sit back and go, what the heck, I don't need this. Start paying cash, because there's a psychological thinking to, touching money and giving it away. Credit card haircut. Don't be using those credit cards. In fact, if you're paying cash, why don't you just put the credit card away and for emergencies? And then the last point is never spend more than $100 without giving yourself 48 hours to think about it. So that's it for now. And we'll be back with more tips another day. See ya.